Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming Reviews Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I am your reviewer, Lord Fenton. In today's video, I'm going to review the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That is right. We'll tell you what's good and what's bad, and should you buy it or not buy it. So let's get to the introduction of the game, shall we? Assassin's Creed Odyssey is another game in the Assassin's Creed series where you fully explore. You can do your main quest now right away and beat the game fast, or even do it later on and such. And you can do anything what you want in this game. There's a nice bounty system, there's combat. You can do combat in different ways. You could be an archer, you could be a stealther, or you could be a warrior. It's different than the other Assassin's Creed. It might scare people the first time, but believe me, there are good reasons behind it. If you're impressed with the very beginning of the game, what I am showing with Leonidas as you're controlling, well, you get a chance to control one of the two siblings after you do the Leonidas chapter. That is right, you have a chance between Cassandra and Alexios. And their story is about the same, however, the difference is you're playing a male-female assassin. Believe me, they did a great job in that department. Also, you get playing Leonidas for a short time, they did an excellent job in that too. So let's go ahead and talk about the graphics first. Let me say this right now, they did not pull a Unity. Yes, that is right, no more cookie puss. The game is fully beautiful and its glory. I am playing it on the PlayStation 4 version. I'm using the Pro, of course, so even with that, it's very beautiful. If you have a PC, well, this game most likely will be gorgeous on it too, even on a 2080 NVIDIA card. They did a great job of the landscapes, the draw distance, and the great detail even when you're climbing stuff. They did an excellent job in that overall. Even the seas are beautiful. I do mean they are beautiful. I mean, you're traveling in the seas, you see the waves, you see some random fish and such. That's a great thing about this game too. Even the night cycle you'll see in the video, they did a great job of that overall. So let's go talk about the cutscenes. Oh my goodness, they are beautiful, these cutscenes. They're in great detail too. And if you have a current generation console, which is PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, well, you'll be basking in the glory of that. Even better if you have a PC. Overall, this is a very beautiful Assassin's Creed game, and they didn't take the route of Unity of skipping everything and make everything like cookie puss or buggy. Let's talk about movement next, how well your characters move in the game, including combat and such. Right now we're in the sea right now. They did a great job of seas where you move in the water and stuff for most part. I have a little gripe about it. I will explain further in the video, but still, it's pretty nice movement and stuff like an actual ship. The movement of the horse is nice for most part. I'll have a little gripe later about the speed of it, but it's very nice like a real horse. Plus the looks of the horse looks very different too. So yeah, it's very nice overall moving on horse too in this game. Well, they did a great job on movement by foot, an excellent job in fact. They've taken the best parts of Origins and put some improvements in it. And when you jump off a cliff, you jump off a cliff like a powerhouse too. That's very nice, the movement overall in this game. I mean, it's excellent and such. Now, real quick, they gave you two modes to explore, which is Explorer mode where you go and explore, and they give you only hints, and Guided mode shows you where it's at. Also from the previous game, Origins, they retain exploring camps. When you get that, you get experience and such. And the approach bar is still there from Origins, so overall they did a great job of taking what they got from Origins movement stuff and improved it greatly. Now the leveling system is back from Origins, and they did some improvements on an also easy way of life too. If I remember right, in Origins it was about the level of your character and such. For instance, if Bayek was 45, so was your MD. Now this game they dropped down 2 levels to make it a little bit more easier and such. But they also, what they retain from Origins, when you level up, you get an ability point to put in the trees they have in the game, which I will explain in a bit in the video. Gear in this game has a level in it too, which is real nice too. So if you figure, say, that new piece of leather breastplate you got 5 is good, then it gets to 15. Yeah, you need to change it out. So they did a great job overall with the leveling system, the gear system on that. We're going to talk next is the customization of the game. So here we go on that. Well, the skills trees are back in this game, and they did some major improvements in the game. Unlike the last game, which was easier to use skills and abuse, this one you gotta really think, and there's specs in it, so no two assassins are the same. Like the hunter tree is very powerful and such for range, and if you want to go melee, then you use the warrior tree, which is real nice. Even the Spartan kick from the warrior tree is fun too. Yes, there are Spartan kick videos everywhere out there. Still, that tree is very nice too overall. Last but not least is the stealth tree, the assassin tree. Yes, they did some major improvements in the game. Yes, you cannot one-shot enemies above you. Instead, you got to be smart about it. Yes, it's more smarter too. And gear, it also boosts that too on the trees, which is really nice and great in customization. Now, even with the customization in the game, you can be a powerful archer if you focus more in the hunter tree and do some serious damage, as you see before you in this demonstration. That's right. We're shooting down with the bow and arrows and do some nice and nasty damage, which is great overall for customization. Even if you go the way of the warrior, they did a great job of that too, so no 3 trees are weak. It's up to you on customizing your character like that. Yes, with the right weapons too, your warrior tree can be unstoppable if you use, like, for instance, a heavy axe, which is great. All the other weapons are very good too if you know how to use them though. So next part we're talking about is stealth. They did a great job of that. If you know how to stealth in a game, you can basically one-shot almost anything in the game. They even have critical assassination, which makes you very powerful. Costs a bar, but it's well worth it. Overall, the customization is very good. Even the aesthetics of the game is different. I'll go over that right now. Yes, customization is also in the gear too, where you customize your characters to be very powerful too, and they can look different too. And with the recent patches, you could also borrow one look of the gear and place it on the other. So if you like the Crown of the Amazonia set, you could replace the Armageddon's default look. So there's no 2 assassins that look the same. They all look totally different, which they did a great job on that. Bravo. Even the weapons are great and powerful. I do mean powerful and such if you use them the right way. Hades' bow, for instance, is a great weapon. And the hammer with the flame is great too. When you engrave too, you get those legendary abilities from the weapon. So overall, they did a great job. Next up is the story. Oh boy, your choices do matter in this game. Unlike other games where some choices do matter, some choices don't matter. Well, this game, your choices really matter. You're basically going on a personal odyssey. And with the Leonidas scene to start things off was a great way to begin the game, of course. That is right. You're the grandchildren of Leonidas, and you're carving your own path, which could be good or bad depending on your choices in the game. Which, by the way, the choices do matter, like I said before. So if you spare someone and keep on sparing people, you could get the good ending. If you keep on killing people, eventually bad things will happen to you later on. So let's talk more about the story. So you basically was one of the siblings in the game, which is Cassandra or Alexios. Well, I picked Cassandra personally because I want to try out female assassin again, since Evie was fun last time. Still, they are very good. The voice actors and actresses on both characters, they did a great job of that overall. It's a real treat if you are playing this game as either siblings. So enjoy on that. Even the story with the cult in the game, yes, that's like the Templars in the game, but it's like a prequel to the Templars, as the Call of Cosmos. When you discover them, they get revealed and you have a chance to assassinate them, just like you assassinating the Templars in the other Assassin's Creed games, which in my opinion is excellent and such. It makes you want to kill the cult really more. I do mean more. And the story about the cult does surround the Greek history and such in this game, and their influence on it, and you're trying to stop those evil influences. Now, the characters in the story I loved overall for the most part. Yes, most of the characters were good and fun. I mean, Phoebe was a great little girl in the game. She was like your little assassin, wanted to be an assassin. And there's other characters too from history too, like Pericles and Socrates and Hippocrates. Yes, they use history characters too, along with their own characters they made and such, which Ubisoft did a great job overall in this game.
You can fangirl all you want.
Last but not least is Outside the Amnest. This wasn't bad at all. I mean, there are some parts of it that was good. They did a little bit less of that on the main story and focused more on Cassandra, but still, even Outside the Amnest was great. There's even a few Easter eggs to explore if you got the chance to know where to find them, like this guy here from the Rabbids game. And I say they did a great job with all this story. I mean, it keeps you engaged and such. I mean, you can make your choices here and there and do a great job. So let's talk next about the side quests and even some of the stuff in the game like bounties and such. First of all, the activities and side quests are great in this game. They did a great job overall for the most part. Some of us are humorous, some of us are serious. Even this quest line, the dagger, was very well thought out. I mean, I loved it personally because you're helping this guy out, trying to find out his brother, and also at the same time figure out who the dagger is. I'm not spoiling that at all. So if you have a chance to play this game and get to this point in the game, well, go do it. These are one of the great quests too in the game. Many of the trophies and achievements to the games relate to some of the side quests. So in other words, it's worth doing no matter what. There's so much to do. I do mean plenty of things to do in the game. I do mean a lot of things to do. I mean, such as the dagger, you could do so many. There's even romance in the game, and depending on your choice, you can net yourself a few romances here and there. You won't get penalized for it, but this is the only missable trophy in the game is the Aphrodite's Embrace. And you get that early as beginning of the game if you're very good at it. And the thing is if you're great with the romance in the game, well, you'll heavily benefit from it. So yeah, you should do these romances when you can. And there's plenty of them in the game, so just be on the lookout. And if you don't like any of the male-male romances or female-female romances, you can skip them and pick the other options too, and it won't hurt you at all. Yes, there are conquests in this game and bounty system. Well, the bounty system is there's if more red you get, more bounty hunters go after you, and more tougher they are. And there's tiers with that, which can make things very difficult. They even appear here in the conquest battle mode. They won't go after you, but they'll just go for sport. Now, speaking of conquest, you get some great experience early on. Yes, there are plenty of times to level in this game, and they made it much easier, especially with quests and conquests like this too. So overall, the conquest system is very great in this game. Just clear the other side out, and you win. Now, even some of the Cult of Cosmos members' side quests, even though they're really main quests, you could treat them as side quests or extracurricular activities. But like I said before, you need to be careful hunting down cult members because they could draw bounty hunters since they are tiers and such. Still, such like bounty hunters and Cult of Cosmos members, you could do a lot in this game too. I do mean really a lot. Speaking of bounty hunters, I'll go over the system again on that. More red you filled up, more folks will come after you, which is mercenaries and such. Even leaders, if you kill them, you get like 2 filled up and such. Also, killing a Call of Cosmos member with people around you fills that up too, so you gotta be careful on that. But still, they're all fun activities. That's part of the game. Is looking for danger and figures ways out of it. Even the free content they didn't skip at all. There's epic ships you can hunt down, as long as your ship's upgraded properly. Which, by the way, the ship system is great. Just need a bunch of materials to do that. They did an excellent job with that, in my opinion. There's also Mercenaries Killed 2, and there's also Lost Tales of Greece 2, which was the best part of these extracurricular activities. There's so many activities you can have fun and such. Next activities I will talk about are the mythical monsters from Greek legends you get to hunt down. So let's talk about those. I will say this, Ubisoft didn't skimp at all of the mythical creatures, and yes, there's even a story reason behind them, which is a great story reason too. I'm not going to spoil it, but still, you get to fight your favorites such as the Minotaur and get his loot. You can get a nice axe out of it, yes. For most part, the loot from these mythical monsters are great. I mean, even the Minotaur axe is the best in the game. So let's talk about the other two real quick, shall we? Yes, they even brought the Cyclops, which is a big one-eyed giant that could tremor the ground and charge at you and hit you very hard. They could also use objects that hit you hard. And just like in Greek legend, they have a weakness if you hit them in the eye with a bow and arrow. You can also melee them too, but you gotta be careful. Now next up is Medusa. You gotta be more smarter with her too, and you have to watch out for her beam. She could turn you to stone just like in Greek mythologies and such. That is right. You can fight legendary monsters, have fun with them. There's also the Sphinx too. You have to solve a set of riddles too, which is all fun too. It's a break from combat too. Overall, Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed developers did a great job of this game with mythical monsters and add them to the story for a very important reason. Yes, they give you activities and such to do. So let's talk about the next section of the video. Let's talk about what's wrong with this game. First off, when you're sailing in a ship close to land, it slows you to a crawl. When you get to the harbor, it slows you to a crawl. And when you try to get out of the harbor, it slows you to a crawl. It was very annoying to me at times, especially if you have to turn the ship around and you hit too close to land, which was a minor bummer in my opinion. Here is another gripe I have in this game, is the horse speed. The horse goes slow for most parts, except for when animals are after it, then it hauls butt. I'm like going, come on. The last Assassin's Creed, it gave you the ability to go real fast and such. I mean, come on, there should be other better options than this, to be honest with you. I was disappointed in the horse speed overall. Another thing I was disappointed overall are minor bugs that didn't get caught exactly from the Q&A. Yes, you can get stuck in mountains like you're going to see before you when you're going down the hill the wrong way, see? You're stuck. The only way out was to fast travel. If you're in combat, that's real bad, but still, it was annoyance. Now, my other problem with this game was certain events of the game reuse textures and monster style. Like for instance, this monster looks awfully familiar. Yes, he does look exactly familiar. And that monster is... he looks like the Cyclops! That is right! They basically reused the skin of the Cyclops, put a little bit extra editing in it. I mean, come on. Have different monsters at least. Have the Cerebus. That was my gripe of the game, was that. And even the reward on this Cyclops was a major bummer compared to the other one. The other one had much better reward. I was disappointed in that overall with the Cyclops look and the event. That was disappointing. Maybe it was my most gripe about this game was that. Even much more griping than the getting stuck with the horse. At least the horse you could get out easily by fast traveling. This guy looks basically the same, and it's going to be Cyclopses, which I'm overall disappointed in that part of the game. Once was enough defeating the Cyclops. What is my verdict of the game? Let me tell everybody right now. Buy it day one! That is right. Despite the minor flaws in the game, there's so much greatness in the game. It was so much fun. The free quests, the action, the customization, and building your own assassin. And your choices do matter in this game. Well, this is it for my review on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I hope you all enjoyed. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Please like, comment, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.